Good morning, everyone. My name is Caroline, and today I'm going to talk about the names of Chinese dishes. Food is an important topic in China, and there is an old saying that 民以食为先, which means people set food as first, as their priority. And here are some pictures of the regular dishes that Chinese people have every day. So, how are these dishes named? Some of the names tell story about the origins of the dishes. For example, there is a story behind the name of beggar's chicken. It's said that there is a starving beggar who was wandering along the road and he sees a chicken. He kills it, but then he doesn't have a stove to cook it. So he covers the chicken in mud, makes a fire, and bakes it, which becomes the origin of today's beggar's chicken. Some of the names are related to historical events. Deep fried hui is a dish of deep fried twisted dough sticks, and it's called this name in order to express Hangzhou people's hatred for the treacherous court official called Qin Hui during the Jin dynasty. Later, this dish was called deep fried devils by the Beijing people because devils were referred to the Japanese invaders during the time when Japan occupied Beijing. Some of the names are to honor the inventors or honor some of the important figures. Dongpo Pork was named after Dongpo, who was an official in Hangzhou and is a famous poet. He once mobilized the local people to dredge the lake, and then he served the stewed pork in Shaoxing rice wine with special flavor in order to reward the people. And Kung Pao chicken was named after a man who was a Kung Pao during that time, and his favorite dishes happened to be spiced chicken with peanuts. Some of the dishes are named for natural phenomena and things that exist in nature, such as snow, flowers, jade, gold, and the moon in order to emphasize the artistic expression. For example, there is a dish called Black Dragon Spitting Pearls, which is a dish of sea cucumber braised with quail eggs. So why do Chinese people bother having so many fancy names? The most obvious reason is to attract customers and stimulate their appetites. These names also represent the Chinese dietetic culture, and the story behind the names always add to the mystic of the Chinese culture. More importantly, these names help pass down the cultures and histories from generation to generation because every time when you order or have a dish, you can record the name and the culture behind it. However, when some of these names are translated to English, the culture and the artistic conception are lost, and some of the names sound weird, confusing, and even scary. Here are some confused names that you can find in a Chinese menu, like chicken without sex, red burn lion head, and force-fed shrimp. In order to reduce the confusion and formalize the translation, the government has published about 3,000 formal English translating names of dishes before the Beijing Olympic Games. And here are some examples of them. Chicken without sex, which is tender young chicken, is now translated to spring chicken. Red burn lion head is now translated to braised pork ball in brown sauce. And tofu made by a woman with freckles is now translated to mapo tofu. Mapo is the direct romanized translation of the Chinese word mapo, and four glad meatballs is now directly translated to braised pork balls in gravy. So these standardizing names help foreigners to understand and order Chinese dishes, and they also help spread Chinese culture, histories, and artistic conceptions. The standardization is also regarded as China's response to the increasing foreign interest in Chinese food and culture. And that's it. Thank you for watching and hope you will enjoy Chinese food.